What's up, y'all? Welcome to Mic Check Mania here with Xavier Solar. I'm Justin Stuckey, and we're your hosts. We're here to bring you the SmackDown recap. They're out in Italy,
Whoop,
across the
whoop,
water,
whoop.
ain't in the States. We in the States, and we're going to
Yeah.
give you the recap. But before you listen to this recap, if you haven't tuned in to our very first guest, Goldberg. We had Goldberg, y'all.
Goldberg, Goldberg.
Need we say more?
Man, this is our first show since the Goldberg interview. I think it's doing very well. We're getting a lot of positive feedback from our viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a lot of love, a lot of likes, a lot of comments, all this stuff. Obviously, we had a legend on, and hopefully, we're gonna have many more. Right? So we appreciate you guys. Just want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all the support. And yeah, this is our SmackDown recap, and we're bringing it to you right after the SmackDown. We got a lot to unfold, Stuck. What just straight out of the gate, man? What was your first thought? Yeah, yeah.
Randy Orton.
I
I
mean,
just I was waiting the anticipation to see whose music hits when the camera angle goes wide and the
right?
audience starts to die down a little
It's
bit.
just it's still.
Yeah. And then I hear voices, obviously.
I
So,
have voices in my head.
oh, I thought you were gonna keep going.
I was kicking it over to you. My bad. My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. But they got the point. They got the
They
point.
get the point. Yeah.
Question: why has it taken the WWE universe, us included, this long to sing along with his theme song?
You know what? I think because the amount of songs that do the whoa and like the CM Punk song, I just feel like it's the era of the callback, as I would
Hmm.
say. When the song comes on as a PA announcer or host, we love a good callback. It's and then the crowd goes, you go, crowd
Yeah.
goes, kind of thing. So I think that there's just a lot more participation. I think it's a livelier crowd. I wouldn't say livelier, but I just
Hmm.
think it's more welcome. I think it's a trend. I don't know.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. The singing with Randy Orton's theme song started outside the States, right? I believe it was a foreign crowd that started the whole thing. And then from there, it's just been taken off. They brought it back in the States. It started when they were somewhere out of the country. We live in the United States for all of our listeners that
Where
are
was
in the US.
man, I'm not about to sound crazy on here, so I'm not even gonna.
We'll
But
fact check, but I believe it was
yeah,
outside the US that started the trend.
Saudi Arabia.
Maybe so.
I think it was Saudi Arabia, but I don't think that was the first time people were saying. But I think he said that was the loudest. That hit
Hmm.
him, and he was so taken back by that. So I just think the crowd brought it, and they were like, he's like, "Whoa, I don't get this back home."
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard people. I feel like I've seen they've got close camera shots on people like mouthing it, but I think again we will fact check, but I think it was Saudi Arabia. I think they just brought the noise that day
Yeah, I
because
think they came on with it with that one.
so
But you talk about being taken aback. I was taken aback when Mr. Kevin Owens' music popped and he came out there. First off,
mhm.
Kevin Owens, we appreciate you and your longevity as a wrestler. Boy, get out the way. Get out the way. That's
Yeah.
that's how I feel about him. He came out there and he basically apologized, which was took me aback. Apologized and offered Randy Orton an opportunity to be his tag team partner. Mr. Orton quickly shut that down.
Of course he did.
And he said, I would rather punch you in the head.
Put you in the head.
And
That's
so
crazy.
it's been set in stone. We have Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens, WrestleMania, Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, and I was like, man, the urge, the the significance, the need for it to happen for us to be at WrestleMania is only growing because I need to hear Randy Orton's music hit and I need to see that punt live. I grew up in what I believe was a great era of WWE, and Menace Orton was at an all-time high. '09 Orton was the biggest heel in WWE history, and he punted everybody. And if I can witness that in person rather than on a TV screen, I need it.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
For sure.
So We got Owens, we got Orton, set in stone for Mania. Moving on,
Yeah.
Damian Priest teams up with Jimmy Uso. I know we've been talking about main event Jey Uso for a long time.
Sure.
Not happening. Jimmy Uso, they go against Shinsuke Nakamura, who we didn't think would be around much longer, and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, he's definitely got new life into his character, and I love what I'm seeing. Still,
Mhm.
the most random set of individuals that could possibly be in a tag match together. It's almost like the battle royal of the countries. It's like a small UN, if
Yeah.
you will. I looked at it, I was like, these are the most you stay in your corner, I'll stay in my corner group of people I've ever seen. So it was cool to see, but I still am not. Look, I hope
I'm not sold. Speak your mind, X. I'm not
I'm
sold.
just not sold on. Look, I know you're not I think you're not a big Drew McIntyre guy,
No, I'm not.
and I'm not a big Damian Priest guy. And again, I like Drew McIntyre.
I'm
So
trying to figure out his place though.
yeah, and that's what I feel about Damian. I think their characters just don't fit the mold in the realm of what's like. Jay is very much like street, yeah, yeah, who's, and then you got this like gladiator Conan looking dude, and then you got a bootleg Timo Undertaker, and then you got Shinsuke Nakamura. And I don't mind shit, it's just this random like he got that like drunk white lady dance going on, and I just like the last girl on the dance floor. You're like, you better get
Need to
out of
get out of
here,
Sky Bar and go home.
yeah, get out. Get Sky Bar shout out. That's crazy. So yeah, it just make it make sense.
Hmm.
I always say it. WWE
Now,
make it make sense.
Drew beat the brakes off of Damien after the
Oh
match.
yeah, Drew's a
Like road rage crazy.
yeah, yeah,
My
yeah.
question was, what did Cat Williams said? Where was your antennas? Where was Jimmy to help him out? Because I know he wasn't hurt that bad.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. Like for
Oh, I
me,
said Jay. My bad.
yeah. I didn't
Yeah, my
correct
bad.
you because
No,
main
that was
event's
my
on our
bad.
mind.
My bad.
But it
Yeah,
is
yeah,
Jimmy.
yeah.
We gotta
We're
give
so
Jimmy
we're
some
so
love.
used, but they like twins or whatever. So they look alike.
They family or something like
They
that.
family or something like that.
I'm just curious. You say you are a Drew McIntyre fan. Where he fits in the mold, I do believe, even though I'm not the biggest fan of him, I do feel like he has to get some type of title run or some significance to be a main player. So I'm curious to see where he will find his niche and where he'll find his role. Because WWE is a thing where you talked about it. I think we were talking about AJ Styles when I asked, was he a Hall of Famer in the WWE? And you said anybody that can have longevity in this type of industry for a long time,
Mhm.
it says something. Drew McIntyre, I remember when he first started out in the WWE, way skinnier, wasn't polished at all. He left, he came back, swole,
He
revitalized
was
character.
whoa.
Yeah, way swole. We're gonna have to talk about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how natural that is, because ain't no way.
Yeah. Well, hey,
Yeah. But I just think that like you either gotta get right or get left. I don't think the WWE universe is gonna leave him behind since he's such a big presence.
sure.
But for me as a viewer, I need something. You know what I'm saying? It's too many. Goldberg said when everybody's not a superstar, but there are a lot of superstars. And the significance of the big time players, I don't see him fitting in this mold. We're gonna get into three big time players later.
Again, this whole story that they've conjured up really doesn't make sense to me. Fans, when you see this, let us know what you think because I can't put this is just one I really can't put my finger on. There's a few that are happening, but this is probably the main one where I'm just like, it doesn't like I don't get it. It's almost like they're just, hey, we need to fill a match. Just throw these guys in a match because we're touring other countries, and I feel like they do this a lot because they're trying to give these other countries the bang for their buck. So
Mm-hmm.
they're throwing all sorts of athletes at them and names, and they get to hear their music, and that's a big part of wrestling. We want the
Yeah.
entrances, We want to see the characters. We want to say we got to witness the awesomeness, and it is cool because I think they are their own really cool characters in their own right. But again, I just think they need to be put with. I really, correct me. We've seen Damian Priest with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez.
I believe, yeah, because Damian Priest was a part of Judgment Day. Then him
Okay,
and Finn Balor had a feud, and he left.
okay. Because I would love to see something like that. That whole crew, him and Raquel. I just am like, I I've just been seeing it. I'm just like, that would be kind of cool,
Yeah,
right?
but I
Like,
think
just put them
Raquel.
in a couple, make them a couple, and they could just be like the couple of destruction or something like that with
Ah,
their chaps and their bandanas and all that stuff. Like, it looks good.
hmm
It looks good.
I
So
I like how you're thinking.
yeah.
Okay, I saw WWE had some openings for creative writers, so you
I,
might want to apply.
I might go ahead and throw my name in the hat.
Go ahead
Throw
and
my
do
hat
it.
in the, here, take my hat.
Yeah, yo, I thought Xavier had on a do rag before we started this, and if you know Xavier, he bald now,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
knew he wasn't trying to get no waves. I didn't know what was
No,
going on.
ain't no ocean popping over here.
Yeah, no, no,
Yeah,
it's just a saying.
it's just.
But I will
um,
say a storyline that's been going on that was way more entertaining in my eyes is Tiffy Time and Charlotte Flair, the Queen. They had a kind of a similar setup to what we had, back and forth. They were being interviewed.
they love it. I told you it's full on ESPN.
Yeah, that's
This
what
is
they had.
full. I
Joe
said if you don't
Tessitore.
say it tonight, I'm just like, man, they've done everything. I mean, WWE is so good at either keeping up,
Hmm.
like you'll never leave them behind, or they're the ones creating the new thing, right?
Yeah,
So I mad respect to the WWE, mad respect to Paul because we see it. We see it all, Paul. We see what you're doing, and I do love it. I do love it.
the
So
Triple H era, Attitude Era ain't had this. What was where was the ESPN in?
yeah, we have puppies, so
Oh,
we didn't need split screen. We had
hey,
puppies down.
Tiffany Stratton, Charlotte Flair, they ate that segment up though.
Sure,
I'm not even gonna lie.
absolutely.
Did you hear Charlotte Flair say you better be lucky? You may not even have a job by the time you my age. I was like, oh my gosh.
Hey,
And Tiffany Stratton said the whole universe running on Tiffy time. That was
that's hard.
hard. I
That's
was
hard.
like,
Hey, what if she would have said living in your daddy's shadow? Ooh, that would have been hard.
I didn't know Charlotte was a 14-time champ.
14 time.
14
Charlotte's
time is crazy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She's not. And Charlotte, I mean, I know you're the queen. I no disrespect on that. I'm just saying, if you popping back and forth, you gotta dig because she's not to be played with. Yeah, she's man. Charlotte's been in the game. It's so funny. Wrestling is 365. Ain't
Hmm.
no breaks. We don't get there. Ain't no off season. This rolls all year long, nonstop since we were conceived. You know what I'm saying? So we've been in this universe. And
Hmm.
I'm telling you, it is so crazy. And just like New Day, I'm just like, damn, they've been tag champs that many times.
The
Like
most.
you don't realize it.
Well,
12. And then she's over here with 14 titles.
bro,
You
I
just
heard that.
where did time go?
So the level of dedication that me and Xavier take to make sure that we watch the shows and be able to deliver a recap to you are at a high level. Xavier's out of the state. I've been on go all day. I
Yeah.
had put my phone on the counter as I was getting in the shower. Cause like I can't be stanky on the show. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to the segment between Charlotte and Tiffy time, and
Hmm.
I heard 14 time, and I was just like, bro, how long has she been around? And it doesn't even seem that long.
Crazy.
I will never. My favorite Charlotte Flair moment. I'm trying to find this video out there. I don't know if it was WrestleMania, but when she pulled up in that helicopter, I think
That's
it was
all.
New York. I think it was WrestleMania, New York. I think it was MetLife Stadium, and she flew in the helicopter, and they had the camera angle on her all the way up to. Then the entrance music hit, and she's going out there. I said, bro, that's one of the hardest entrances
Hmm.
ever.
That's too clean. Only she could make that look as good as it did. It's like it's wrestling royalty showing up, right?
Hmm.
Like that is her character. She is the queen. It's Queen Charlotte. So well played. Absolutely. So I'm not, but this is the beauty of, sorry, I know you,
Keep going. I got it in my mind.
I just, this is just, you touched on entrances. You brought that up, and I'm excited for this WrestleManias. It's Vegas. There is going to be some very flashy and high energy, high level entrances, and I'm here for every last one of them because mainly now I want to see how your boy comes out because I don't think it's going to be as the same as that he's saying because
Yeah.
it would be a ball drop if he comes out plain old John Cena. It will be a ball drop.
He's not switching the music though. I guarantee he's not switching the music.
Yeah,
But
it'll.
he's had some of the best. You remember you asked me we were gonna still gonna do the segment, but you asked me to rank basically my top John Cena entrances. I
Yeah,
think it was WrestleMania. I don't know if you would have like the extravaganza of like all the thousand John Cenas and all this that, but they're gonna do
no,
something.
they've got
He's
to
not
do
just
something.
gonna plain Jane go out there. And you notice he don't do the sprint. He probably not gonna do his sprint no more.
No, no, he ain't running no more.
But that's
That's
a
the
long.
mystique.
You
That's the
know that
mystique in
ramp.
his character now.
The
Sorry.
ramp's gonna be long. There's
Yeah.
no way he's walking the whole way.
No, they might have to drive him. They might end up driving. Nah, he wouldn't do that.
The
They might
match
let
gonna
him
be
do. I mean, it's this is.
somebody's time slot's getting cut.
Are we saying probably his last? Right. We said this is his last
This is
WrestleMania.
definitely his last WrestleMania.
So they might let him eat that up, and I agree with you because they will cut a match if
They
time
did.
isn't right.
That's why Jay Uso and Austin Theory's match was 30 seconds because they said it was originally scheduled to be 11 minutes, but John Cena and Cody Rhodes' segment went so long that they cut that. Made
Man,
sense though because you already have main event Jay Uso. He really don't need to be in the ring that long. He almost took himself out. Cut this match short.
bro, that
If you
I
don't know what we're talking about, go back
yeah,
and watch our Raw afternoon recap.
that bruh. Anyways, because what are you doing?
What are you doing, Jay? And
What are
then
you doing,
what
bro? You
what
ain't
did
got
he
the
not
house like
do
that, cuz.
after the match?
Huh?
What he didn't do after the match?
He ain't turn around, man.
Turn around, Jay.
Yes, I be telling him, but guess what? I ain't gonna tell him no more. If he don't want to listen, I'm not about to. I can tell this man to turn around till he blue in the face. He don't listen.
He don't want to
He don't
listen to
listen.
us.
Gunther gonna hem him. Gunther gonna hem him up, and that's just that. Hey, let him.
Yeah. You know who I was glad to see back though in the forefront? I ain't seen him in a minute. Braun Strowman
Yeah,
facing
I
off against.
I am a Braun fan.
I like Braun. I don't know why
Braun,
they released him a couple years ago, but he back doing his
yeah,
thing.
he's good to bring back. He has enough star power to still get a pop and to be a. I mean, he's so seasoned now.
Hmm.
He can make you look good in the ring. He can give you the big. I mean, you're fighting a titan, you know.
That's a big dude.
So yeah, you can go against him. It kind of puts you over if you're on the come up. So
He
I
got
think
his nipples pierced. I didn't
yeah,
understand
you
that.
know what? Teach their own. That's a grown man doing grown man things. Hey, I ain't gonna tell him no.
No.
I ain't gonna tell him don't do
Yeah, do what you want to do, Brian.
it. Just no thanks, bro. Hey, buddy, yeah, you.
But it was Braun versus Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu, I like his character. He got
I
that.
do too. I do too.
But they called him the Samoan werewolf.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like it. I like where he comes in his entrance too. It's like a
Mhm.
little bit. It's not too far in the backstage, but it's enough to where he walks up. That's so hard.
Yeah.
It's too
I
hard,
like how
bro.
they're showing more too about
Uh-huh.
like that whole deal, giving us as the viewers and the fans a little bit more behind the scenes. But this match was a number one contenders match for LA Knight's US Championship.
What Solo say a couple weeks ago? I love you.
I love you,
chill,
Jacob.
chill, bro.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. I was like,
Yeah, come
okay.
on, man. You're weird.
Match was
Go
going
ahead.
good. Match was going strong. Then Jacob was getting beat down. And Solo and that raggedy other Joker he with came in and interrupted the match, leading to a DQ. And I was glad to see a DQ because we've been seeing stuff that's DQ worthy and we ain't seen no DQs.
Sure.
Jacob turned around like, what y'all are doing? Solo like, we helping you. Get on, let's beat him. Jacob's over there perplexed. You know, he's got two different thoughts in his mind. Man, they lost the match for me, but man, they came to save me. What do I do? What do I do?
Mm-hmm.
Braun Strowman picks up the dub. You know what I'm saying? They all beating up Braun. Then LA Knight, yeah, comes out there
Yeah.
and helps him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Then Mr. Knight realizes, wait a minute, I just helped my number one contender, Big
Mm.
Braun Strowman. And you know, I
Big
just thought about
character.
something because I was about to ask one question because it's definitely going to be LA Knight versus Braun Strowman. Got two questions for you. Does Jacob Fatu make his way back into that mix, or is it just going to be him and Solo?
Mm. That's a good point.
I
I
think the
don't know.
storyline needs to build a little bit more.
You say that again?
Is it going to be Jacob Fatu versus Solo, or will Jacob Fatu get himself back in the mix for that U.S. championship hunt? I think they're going to push him for sure, but I also feel like he has to face Solo at some point. They've been dragging this storyline. We had some technical difficulties and some user error, but we're back in the mix. So what I was asking Xavier was, does
Oh,
he think it's gonna be Jacob Fatu versus Solo, or is Jacob gonna get back in the mix in that U.S. hunt?
no,
LA
they got to
Knight.
fight. They got to fight.
Okay.
Jacob ain't look. Hey, dog, we family. We family, but he's a little too intense for me. I will say that.
He kind of
But
scary, dog.
and Solo, I don't know. Solo's just he's taking a weird journey right now. He's
Solo
very
like that one cousin you got to take everywhere. Or that
it's,
look like he just in the background trying to find his little lane.
he's definitely that cousin, but I don't. He's different. He's different.
You think
He's
he's
on some
Natch? You be
he's
seeing
on
the
some
videos from when
holistic
he go
hippie
ahead.
stuff. He on some holistic hippie stuff. Like so, it's very weird for me.
You ever
The
see
energy
those
is
side
weird.
videos of him talking to the fans when he be
I
like,
saw I saw him on a
Solo,
plane.
Solo, you suck. He be like, yo, mama.
Yeah, no, no, oh yeah. He quick with it though.
Yeah, he quick with it. All right, LA Knight, Braun Strowman. Is Braun Strowman finally gonna get the over? Braun Strowman ain't held no title in a long, long time.
No, they're not getting no stop. They're not giving that man. No, I just
It's LA Knight's time.
it's not how wrestling works. I'll just say that. That's not how wrestling works. LA
It's good
Knight.
that he's in the match though, because he
Yeah,
could not be.
they need another face. They need a another dog in the fight, and the fight being just the WWE overall. And I think that LA Knight is ready. I think they've groomed him enough to where the fans he's got everything. He's got the
Mm-hmm.
look, he's got the moves, he's got the entrance, he's the crowd, he's a babyface. So they love this dude. So I think it's his time personally. And again, what what good is it? First of all, Braun Strowman probably his body probably just hurts all the time. You were just not that old and not that big, and you were not. I'm sure they all hurt, but
Mm-hmm.
that big man ain't going on no run like that holding the belt. It's not happening. It's not
Yeah.
happening.
All right. I
That's my
skipped over.
personal opinion.
I can respect that. I skipped over this, but I'm curious. Your pick right now, who's winning? Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania.
It's Tiffy time, baby. It's Tiffy time.
No 15?
Have you seen her?
No, she's fire.
It
But I
is
think
Tiffy time.
I think Ric Flair needs some
Ooh.
type of positivity because Cena's getting that 17 at WrestleMania.
Oh, hey, that's a good angle. That's a great. Just Rick gonna have the ultimate meltdown if his baby girl don't get another one and Eddie loses it. Oh man, he's gonna be out in the front yard just drinking some Modelo's in his underwear, just whoa, whoa, whoa. just lost his mind.
He gonna be tweeting again because he gonna be
We
sick.
guarantee you. Hey, another great point, Stuck. When
What?
John Cena wins this belt, all of our listeners immediately go to it's a pity belt. Let's be real. This ain't he didn't earn this. So no, ain't earned. No.
25 years of earning
You
it.
know better. You know better. Um,
The disrespect.
um, I would say, ooh, lost my thought. What were we saying?
You said once he wins, y'all gonna
Oh,
need to go.
once he wins, tune in to Ric Flair's Twitter. We're gonna be right here, just refresh it, because that's gonna be he's gonna have it. Well, he's gonna be there. He's not gonna not be at Mania.
No, he definitely
He
gonna
gonna be
be.
he gonna be getting toe up.
You think he gonna? There's no way he takes a picture with Cena. He took a picture with him when they tied.
No, yeah, or he'll say some slick comments. There could be some real shit going on. Him just hammered in the back. Somebody get my boots. You know, he just
We don't need to see. We don't need to see that.
no.
So our girl Kathy pulled up again. Shout out Kathy. Listeners, chat. If you don't know who Miss Kathy is, you're doing yourself a disservice. Go check it out. I can't say much else, but you need to go do that.
She fine. I'll say it.
Fine is all I knows. She keeps popping up on our Mic Check Mania Twitter
Yeah,
often.
because she's solid. Look, we like I said,
She
y'all know
stumbled a little
us.
bit tonight.
Y'all,
She
you said
stumbled in
what?
1 minute. She stumbled a little bit tonight. Everybody mess
Oh,
it
I
up.
stumbled. Hey, you know what live? It's
But
just
she's usually she's so crisp. I ain't never seen her mess up. I said, wait a minute.
yeah. Hey, it happens to the best of them. Stevie, was I would say Stevie Wonder.
I said
Steve
Stevie
Harvey.
Wonder.
Steve Harvey went out and read the whole wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like you, and he's the hey, players mess up. You know what I'm saying? So this live stuff is different, man. It comes in quick, and you got to just be ready. And it's not about so much because you will always stumble over. You'll eventually stumble over words, but it's just a matter of your recovery that separates the pros from the nots, right?
She
So
recovered well.
yeah, yeah, real pros recover well.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that.
And
So
she interviewed Liv and Raquel,
mhm.
the dynamic duo right now. I feel like in the women's division, they get
I
such
do
a
love how that looks. It's like the little sister, big sister type thing, like
yeah.
or looking out for my homie kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. So I like this rolling out. And again, everybody's glued to Live right now. So I think Raquel, and I told you, I think eventually she'll get her shot
Mm-hmm.
because eventually they got to have their parting of the ways, and it's going to be
I
we
hate that
already
though. I
know
hope
how
they
that's going to go. Liv is going to be like, "You do what I tell you to do," and Raquel's just going to be like, "Oh, girl, what'd you say?" She, it's going to be one of those moments, but I don't know when that will happen. But I think she'll go on a solo run. I think she'll go on a tear.
hey, she's a big girl. She can do it.
Yeah. Oh,
But there's
absolutely.
another big girl that came out there, Piper Neven
Hmm.
versus Miss Zelina Vega. That was a
Yeah.
pretty cool match, though. I didn't know Zelina was hitting a 619 like that.
Hey, Selena. Yeah, she's good at wrestling. So that was really cool what she did out there with
She,
the
she what
916.
X?
Yeah, with this 169 and all. That was real cool. Selena. Yeah, you did your thing, girl. You did your thing.
Yeah, we weren't looking at you, Piper. We were looking at Zelina.
Hey, no, Piper. Hey, it's funny enough. I get on Whatnot a lot now. I'll card auction. Obviously, I get cards and stuff, and they were talking about that when we were on there. And one guy said that he went to a Tops Transcendent event,
Mm-hmm.
and Tops had a bunch of the wrestlers there, and he said all the wrestlers I spoke to, Piper was the nicest all night. So Piper, if you're listening, you ever watch this, um, you made an impact on a fan, and I think that's really cool because that's what this is about. So good for
First
you.
impressions are huge.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I had my first impression of seeing Miss Jade Cargill wrestle tonight. And I'm sorry, X, wasn't impressed.
The match was a little has had some dust on it, as I'll say. I saw
Jade versus Liv Morgan for everybody.
yes, Jade Cargill versus Liv Morgan. My girl, there was a little dust on it, and she was going to pick
It was a
Liv
little
up
what?
and what?
It was a little dust on it.
There was a little dust on it, and she was going to pick Liv up, and Liv looked at her like, "Why are we doing this right now?" It was too much. It reminded me of the LFG
Mm-hmm.
moment when the judges were telling them that they're taking too much time. I think Jade was taking too much time. I think it was too much. There was too many
Showboat.
of these. It was too
Mm-hmm.
showy. And like you're the muscle. You're there to just destroy and beat down. That's what you do. Obviously, she has a level of elegance and glam to her, which I think is awesome. But I think you do that in your entrance. But what do I know? I'm not a professional wrestler by any means.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that there was too much in between, and they were kind of figuring out where they were going. You could just tell that there was a lot of like trying to figure out what was going on during the match, and they really weren't in sync with each other. So,
Yeah.
by far, I would say between the two of them and just overall them wrestling anyone, that was the rustiest match I've seen those two in,
Mm-hmm.
period. So
I
that's my
think
hot take.
I think when it comes to chemistry, I think chemistry is huge in wrestling.
Huge.
Like you have to. It's crazy when you compare it to LFG. That's saying
Yeah.
something. But us watching LFG, if you haven't seen any of our recaps, go tune into those. I think those are really. I think we give the audience a good idea of what's happening. But we've learned in LFG, it takes two to tango. You know, there's so much stuff happening, and like they've said many times, one false step, one false move can result in a catastrophic injury or something that goes wrong. And it, from the viewer, from our perspective, we know something's off, and we know when people don't gel correctly. Now, in the little phase where Liv and Raquel are gonna act like they're just gonna leave, I think the tempo's gotta go pick up. Jay, you can't walk. You gotta go get her, grab her,
Yeah.
and take her back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was a really long runway. So you walking is just taking up time. It's too slow. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
her. I mean, it's the Undertaker. He's the. I'm not comparing her style to the Undertaker. But I'm saying like, there's a there's a time and a place. Her character calls for that.
Mm-hmm.
Her character's not running down. I personally, I don't think her character calls for that. But when the match is going on, there's got to be a little pep in the step, and I think that
Mm-hmm.
that's what she was lacking tonight. There was just too. It was just snail speed to figure out what's going on. We're going over here. There just was no again, it's all a story. It's poetry, right? Just like the game of basketball, they always say it's just like poetry.
Mm-hmm.
There's a level of finesse to the game, and there wasn't any type of flow or finesse to this match tonight. And then obviously they had we'll get to the. Uh, I love, hey, camera people were working because they turned.
Yeah,
Naomi was just right there, and I
right
was like,
there.
that's hard. That was hard. There wasn't no like.
She needs more praise for how she's doing her character. She is showing out.
There was so much black girl magic going on still. I don't care because Naomi came out looking fine. I was like, good God, y'all. What is it good for? Absolutely
Absolutely.
nothing. Listen to me. What? I was like, good God. Hey, she was glowing tonight for real.
She was ready.
Oh, she
Jay
was.
looked like a peacock with that hair, but Naomi looked right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There was.
What's up with your girl hair?
Hey, she working out some styles. It's all good.
Cue the peacock look. You can't
Yeah,
go peacock and gray.
yeah. I like a little shorter. Like a little shorter.
Yeah, yeah, no, that
Um,
mode was blowing out the back.
all right.
Hey, you ever seen Rio, the movie with the
Yeah,
birds?
yeah. Here's hey, hey, take it easy, my girl. Now, you know what I'm saying.
Hey,
So,
man, I'm sorry.
um, nah, Naomi is killing. I love this role for her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge fan of what's going on. She's leaning all the way into it. It was living right here. It was living right there. I was like, "You go, girl. This is
She's
it."
channeling what Cena's having to channel. I think
Hmm.
she's doing it really good. Like
She
when she
found it.
first got on that mic and she said, every time I try to stand up for myself, you guys always turn on me. I think she was referencing that, at the time she left WWE and all that stuff. Like, you got to channel those real emotions to make
Sure.
a believable character. And I
Yeah.
think in order for them to say they do face each other at WrestleMania, Jade has to find her character and herself to make it believable to the audience. I don't think the audience is sold. We know she's fine. We know she has a crazy physique, but who is she as a character? Tonight was the first time I really realized about the whole the storm is coming type deal. You know what I'm saying?
You
You've been
never paid
out,
attention to that?
huh?
You never paid attention to that?
I
That's our
like
whole
heard
thing.
it. I heard it with the. I've seen it posted like on socials and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
but
that's
like,
our whole thing.
well,
So,
well, that storm lazy right now. That's one of them storms you see on the forecast where the weatherman warning you that something going you need to take shelter and then don't nothing happen.
I need to level up. I need to level up on the mic. I need her to put a little time and attention into the mic
Mm-hmm.
because I know that she could be a dominant force on that mic, but there's something that it's just not being sold. Like we saw her give the beatdown of a lifetime to Naomi, which was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Still, I watched that probably 50 times, just ran it back. I said, this is crazy. She sold all of that, but I think she sells it with her movements.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she doesn't sell it with the microphone.
This is Mic Check Mania, baby. You got to learn how to use this.
Yeah, and I just don't think she's fully tapped into where she's gonna be. Like her full
Mm-hmm.
potential on the mics isn't there. I don't even know. Like,
You know how we say,
man, again, I ain't knocking my like. I'm just saying. Like, I know that it's gonna go from here to boom. And you're gonna be like, damn, there it is.
you know how
You
we
know?
talked about the futures needing to tap into the legends. We were talking about Troy Earwood. He needs to tap into that network of people to help, find his character, right?
Yeah,
I think you can learn from anybody. And I think that Jade needs to give a phone call to Miss Jada Parker because she is an aggressor and knows how to talk on that mic.
mhm.
I don't think you're too big to learn from anybody. I
No, I
think
think they're locked in.
I think that would be a good option because if she can, like you said, if she can hone in that mic with the skills and the beatdown that we know she can give, that's how you make the audience you sell yourself because anybody can
Jada
go in
is her
there.
character. You know how Goldberg said that was me. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we seen Jada. This is who Jada is.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess with Jada
No, I do though.
either. Oh man.
We're gonna interview Jada Parker
Oh,
soon.
absolutely.
Chat, let us know who we should interview next. We just had Goldberg, and Goldberg said he's gonna be hard to top. Don't doubt it, but we need more
Pause.
people.
Pause.
His interview might be hard to top, but we need more people, need some suggestions. So let us know. I am big on speaking things into existence. We already spoke about Goldberg and it ended up happening. We got some stuff pending from by Cactus Jack.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Mick Foley right now. You know what I'm saying? So y'all stay tuned for if that happens. But you talked about that match between Jade and Liv Morgan lacking finesse. But you know what match had finesse? Them Street Profits.
Hey, yeah. You deserve it.
Them Street Profits
You
fire.
deserve it. I was like, yes, gentlemen, you do. Again, there's about 50-11 tag team in this segment. These dudes just keep popping up in pairs. The camera will move, and there's just two new dudes. The camera will go over here. They'll be over here standing on the thing. Oh, you guys didn't see us over here, did you? What's going on? Like, it's just another group. I was like, where are all these groups coming from? You're gonna
Santos
have
pretty deadly popped up. I was like, dang, everybody coming to the
everybody.
party.
Everybody want that run.
Yeah.
So hear me out. What is that? Five. They showed five tag teams tonight in this little, or four.
4.
I
But one of
thought it
them
was
had 3
five.
people.
Okay, so maybe that's why I thought it
Mm-hmm.
was. I was like, I think it was five. We've seen a fatal four-way tag team, have we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm asking a question. Yeah, we have. Is this where the Hardy Boys slip in? I mean, have we seen what's the five?
Is this
What do you call
Theory
five?
Xavier making his debut? Theory
Huh?
Xavier? Is this your theory?
It might be because you got to throw them in. You cannot do this WrestleMania without bringing the Hardy Boys, knowing what they're just who they are and what they bring. It just adds another layer. I don't because why are they back right now, anyways?
But they're
If they're not coming
champions.
to Mania,
They're champions where they're
yeah,
at.
yeah.
I don't see them hopping into that match with the NXT titles to lose.
No, I don't think.
I don't just because of the fact that there's 4 teams already. I think that you just give it to. They have had their WrestleMania moment in the biggest way.
Oh yeah, that it's unmatched.
I do think that they
have we
eventually
ever have we ever seen one tag team with 2 belts from 2 different brands?
Hey, WWE doing a lot right now. You never know.
You know what I'm saying? Like nothing's off the table. I know this is probably a little far fetched, but I'm just saying, like, if anybody would be able to do that for the first time, they would get the respect of doing that. I know I'm living in some like fantasy right now, but I was like, that would be nuts. But obviously, I don't want Montez. I don't want Mr. Dawkins to lose this.
It was their first title since
belts.
2021.
Yeah, well deserved.
That's crazy.
Well deserved.
Now, I said this. I thought Montez Ford should have been on a solo run a long time ago. He was in the last Elimination Chamber and did really, really well.
Sure.
They got the titles now. I'm going to say this. When they lose them boys, Dawkins, you're going to have to find your own lane. Let Montez run. Because, bro, his character, his charisma. I'm going to give you an example of why I know he's just, like, sharp with it. At the end of their segment of speaking, before they had their match, they did the because we want the smoke thing. Ford goes and said, because we want, and then he holds up the mic for the people to say it, and Dawkins goes and continues to say it. I'm just like, Montez is thinking on a whole nother plane to get the engagement from the audience. Then he was doing this whole thing, like, he's just up here, bro.
Yeah.
And if Queen Bianca's gonna get her ship again, Mr. Ford need a title too.
You know who I feel like in a future match would be cool to see, like insane amounts of athleticism in the ring is Trick Williams. Because first of all, Trick Williams is on his way. That man is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Because again, you just know you see the wave. Like it's like it's like it's NXT is like the college, right? And you see a college play, you're like, hey, I know you about to do work in the pros, right? So it's kind of what we're seeing right now, and I think it was just a moment, like a matter of time before he gets called up and comes in. But I'm like, I just would love to see that matchup. But I also want to speak to this because I just forgot. You had mentioned Jade talking to Jada about some mic skills and, just talking through some stuff. I would love to see a tree if we had access to a digital tree, like, and see what wrestler dated all the way back to Hogan and who was whose mentor. Wouldn't that be a cool visual to like have all that insider information? Because everybody's learning from somebody. And even I'm sure there's multiple people, but like who was their guy? Who was their confidant? You know what I'm saying? In this game, and like, hey, this is who brought me back, or this is who brought me in. And like, so we know like Mark Henry and Bianca, like that's the connection right there. DDP, Goldberg, so stuff like that I think would be cool. Again, I'm probably straying off
Check out
topic,
that
but
interview if you ain't seen it. Shout out
yeah,
Goldberg.
go ahead, check it out. Go ahead, check that.
Go ahead, check that out.
Or you're at his name.
Yeah. That was a great I'd like to see that as well, but I'm not gonna lie. I thought when you said you'd like to see the tree, the connection, I thought you was gonna put like the baddest, the baddest girls out there.
Oh no, we gotta, we gotta keep you sprinkle it in. I don't want to be too with it,
But still, Jada Parker. Hey, if you're single,
yeah, Jada
Parker. Now you talked about the comparison to like a college and pro, like Trick Williams. We know he's next up. SmackDown in Italy ended with the pros of the pros: Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins.
Paul Heyman.
Oh, Paul Heyman.
Don't forget about Paul.
Don't forget about Paul. Paul is a pro's pro.
Paul's about to switch teams in a minute. Come Mania. Yeah, it's so funny.
I'm like, why you looking at him like that? You notice he
Right.
ain't wear no collar shirt, bro. Finally got to wear a little t-shirt up under that jacket.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Had to
Oh,
breathe a little
hey,
bit,
brother.
huh?
Hey, Paul. I don't know what you're doing, man, but we need to start walking. We need to walk a little bit.
I wasn't gonna say it. Paul got some
We
Rolling
love you,
Stone next.
Paul, but hey, I'm just gonna leave it right there.
Hit the
We want,
treadmill.
we want to see you around, but we want to see you around, baby.
Come on now, Paul. But this triple threat pretty much set in stone. They haven't announced it, but we know it's gonna happen at Mania.
Sure.
Are are your feelings different since we talked about in our Raw recap about does this make sense?
Come here, WWE. Let me talk to you for a minute. If y'all don't stop bringing out all these people to break up these three men, I will lose my mind because they ain't doing nothing and it looks terrible. Please stop. Thank you. Stuck, what are they what's going on, Stuck? What are they doing?
Do you see the looks on their faces too when they act like they're breaking them up?
Please stop. Like I love all the badassery going on because it's Roman, it's Seth, and it's CM Punk. These dudes are, man, they're all badass. Like
Mm-hmm.
all three of these dudes are like obviously WrestleMania worthy. It's going to be an epic. I hope they give us the show. This will be a very disappointing show if they don't deliver right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to see Undertaker, Shawn Michaels caliber.
Yeah.
I want to see it. I want to see jumping off. I want to this the three of those dudes in the ring. We should get one of those all time great matches, no doubt, right?
We
Um,
figured out what the favor was tonight. We figured out where the favor was from because CM
mm,
Punk said that he saved Roman and their family at this pay per view. I can't remember. And he looked at Paul. He's like, and that's why I'm still waiting on my favor because he helped him out. And I was like, oh, so that's
you
what
know
he.
what? I didn't catch that.
I caught it. I can't remember where he said.
I think I
He
was on one. So,
yeah. I can't I can't remember. Oh my gosh, I can't remember where he said he helped him out. But I'll say this, and we had brought this to the limelight, kind of debated about it, thought about it a little bit. But we're really gonna have to figure out where we rank CM Punk as far as greatest on that microphone. Come tell you like this: when that brother stand up on that turnbuckle and get on the mic and start looking them dead in their eyes, he's lethal.
you know what we need to do? This is the episode when we need to be in the same space and we need to have a few guests on. And we need to do the whiteboard with the
Mm-hmm.
little heads. Like so, we need to like we'll work on laminating some grades, and we'll see where it'll be cool. Like kind of like what Chuck and Kenny and Shaq and all them do,
Run to the
picking
board.
teams and all that stuff. I think that'll be a cool segment, like a good studio segment. So yeah, we definitely need to do that. I would like to know, but we need to make that a regular thing. I think that's fun engagement for the guests that we'll have on too.
Yeah.
And then it's obviously you guys, the viewers, the fans, the millions, or like
And millions.
the hundreds. Anyways, and you guys could just go crazy in the comments because that's the all time like great debate is like who's your best mic people, who had the best finisher. Like I love that's why I love wrestling. I love the WWE universe. I love
Who the
when we
top
get to
three? Who your
just
top three on the mic right now? Just off the
on
top
the
of your
mic
head.
right now. Ooh,
Yeah, we'll go right now. I meant
right.
just your current list right now. It could be of all time. I just meant
Well,
in this moment,
you
say it
you've
right now.
dropped you've now dropped Cena and Rock back in the mix.
Oh, I
So do they count?
those were gonna
Do they
be
count?
yes. I was gonna have Cena Rock Punk.
Yeah,
Yeah, those were
but
gonna be
not
my three.
Cena first. The Rock is first
Now
for
you
me.
have gone no, Rock is really, really good on the mic. There's no doubt about it. But you've gone back and personally watched Cena. And me, that's me growing up in that. It's man. I think
Here's why
I'm gonna tell
CM Punk is
I'm gonna
third.
tell you what put Cena over Rock for me. The promos on the wrist thing, bro. Cena ain't never. ever did that. That's what put Cena at 1A and puts Rock at 1B for me.
The Rock has been intertwined in too many eras and has been in every imaginable situation in the wrestling world and has gone against and faced everyone and destroyed everyone, whether it be in the ring or on the mic. Everything there, he has
Shut up.
he said what?
Shut up. When he was like, then he also said, what is your name?
It
It
doesn't
doesn't
matter
matter
what your
what your
name. He has he has those quotables.
he does
This is
have
all
the
Cena
quote.
has. You
But
can't see.
Cena's raps though. He was
No,
saying
he's had some cool raps, but
his mic, the mic
don't
is
forget
what
about
saved his
Rock and the
career.
guitar. The guitar moments were classics too.
They are classic, but these thugonomics bring it, bro. The raps are crazy. The raps are crazy. I'm telling you
But
what takes him over the top for me.
The Rock has his. He's like, if they fought the three of us, we'll stick their boots straight up their anus. Like the Rock has. Don't think he's not spitting on the mic. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not disrespecting the Rock because at first I had the Rock at 1, but the fact that, and you even said this, don't make me go roll the clip. Cena had Rock like this. When he pulled out the promos on the wrist thing, he took him out of
bro,
character.
bro. When he that was a moment. That was one moment. Don't forget about Barney. Don't forget about Fruity Pebbles because The Rock has went in on him plenty, and the crowd ate that up. Did he
But did
not?
John Cena clap back or did John Cena sit there and be quiet?
No, and that's what makes him great. That's why he's on the list.
That's why he's 1A and that's why The Rock is 1B. Now I will
And
say The
that's why
Rock has
that's
those
your list.
quotables.
I got my list.
The Rock has those quotables. There's no doubt
Yeah,
about it.
man. There, it's just again, if we're talking about
You can't see me. That's so vodka.
the I mean, look,
That's
if
not
he wanted
that's
to
not really like a thing, but I think that's hard.
if The Rock wanted to play the trump card, the true trump card, and I hate to even say that
What are
word.
you doing?
I know, but I'm just saying,
Guys,
like,
Stuck is not a part of this combo right now. I'm just gonna
no, you
mention
don't
it.
understand. It's just the saying. It's not. I don't. Look, y'all know me, so, um, but like the Rock's undefeated in everything that he's done. I mean, is Cena on the board or is Rock on the board? You have to let me know who's sitting at the table right now. Like he's basically one of the owners of the company. Like he's
Got a lot of money.
yeah,
That's all money though.
yo
Being
Rock.
on the board is money, is power, bro. He has money. This is not. This is bigger than WWE. The Rock is a multi-movie star.
Yeah,
He
that's what
got
I'm just
money.
saying. Like
Triple H is on the board. Triple H ain't bigger than them.
no, I'm just in that, but
It's
I'm just
power.
saying another layer. I'm just saying another layer to like the whole. And I know we were just talking about Mike.
Yeah, I'm
I
like, wait a minute. Now the Rock has a.
that
The Rock is.
it's a
That's different.
is a small he's a small organization. No,
Yeah, he's.
he's not small by any stretch of the imagination, but
Yeah,
uh,
we gonna plug CM Punk at 3 though.
that's what I'm gonna do if it's between there because and I'll tell you
Pipe
this.
bomb.
Um, no, he's had some absolute bangers, and I hope he don't watch this and call me out when we interview him. But I'm just gonna be like, everything that he's done has been epic. They've been, um, man. You know what? This is really gonna make you mad. But I'm gonna save this because I'm gonna create the meme first, and then I'm gonna send it to you, and I want you to. I'm gonna Actually, I'll just say it. I'm going to create this, and I want the fans to decide who had the whiniest promo in WWE history. Was it Cena throwing his little tantrum last week, or was it when CM Punk went at the company? Who had the whine? Because they're both whiners.
Whiniest?
They're whiners. Yeah,
I think there's been way
they're
whiniers. I
they're
thought those were
flaming Cena right now. All he did was get in the ring and whine for 20 minutes. You guys hate me.
Guys, don't make me pull up the text message when Xavier texted me and said Cena's cooking. People like to backtrack.
No, when he said, "You sons of bitches," I was
Guys,
locked in. I was all in. But it was still whiny. But he's playing his character, but it was whiny.
He is tweaking right now.
No,
People like to switch up. They
no,
get delirious and get delusional when you start
no,
filming late on a Friday.
no. They
Cena was cooking.
they needed a minute.
Hey man.
Oh man, fans, you heard it here first. R.I.P. to George Foreman.
Oh, you didn't hear about that? Yeah,
No,
R.I.P. George.
dang.
Yeah, I reposted on my story. I said pain.
That's a loss.
76.
I thought he was like 90 something. I'm not even gonna lie. In his
No.
maybe in his 80s, 76.
That's what I saw.
I feel
76.
like that dude, he's been around for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma, I know we used to cook many a burgers on his grills.
Shout out to the grills.
Hey, if there ever was, man, that dude made a lot of money off them grills. Hey, his kids are eating off them grills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They eating it, still eating, and the kids gonna eat. That's crazy. Anyways,
Yeah.
that just hit
R.I.P.
me because
R.I.P.
that's man.
George.
We were big. I was a big George Foreman. Our family, my grandpa loved George Foreman,
Mm-hmm.
so we watched his fights at his house. So that's a moment right there. Anyways, I'm
He
sorry, y'all.
definitely was a legendary boxer. Knockout was crazy. And fans, we about to knock out. That's a wrap for this SmackDown recap. They out in Italy. We in the States. Xavier got something to say.
Real quick, did George Foreman ever? I think he did a little WWE. We
There's
need to
been a lot of
find that.
WWE cameos by boxers.
Yeah,
I don't
look,
have that knowledge off the top of my head.
if so, we're gonna find it because I think
We're
this
gonna
would be
figure it out.
appropriate right now.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out.
So, but hey, like Stuck said, I don't want to take away your ending, but we're gonna wrap it up here. Um, what letter grade are you giving SmackDown tonight?
See, I wish I could grade individual people, but
Yeah,
it's a team effort.
it's a team. Yeah, it's a
It's a
team
team
sport.
effort.
It's track
I'm
and
giving
field, the
SmackDown a
ultimate.
C minus tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it. I'm just gonna leave it at a C. No minus, no plus. I'm just gonna leave it at a C because these last man, it's hard to go up against what we've seen with Cena turning heel and the Naomi and the Jades and the Livs and
I'm
the
gonna tell you what
CM
would have
Punk.
gave it a B, and I thought this was gonna happen when Naomi was in the ring, like after she went in Jade and all that type of stuff. I thought Bianca was gonna come out.
Did you feel that too?
Yes, that would have been good.
Yeah, I thought it for a minute, but they have to keep her over here.
Yeah,
I
well,
only thought it for a minute, and I go, no, she's not coming. But I was like,
she's no longer in their feud.
because
All about them now, I guess.
yeah, they're gonna leave it right there. That's their thing. They're gonna let them eat over here off
Mm-hmm.
that. Bianca's got bigger business.
Keep
So
mushing
you need to
EO.
keep her focused, keep your hands dry. But your your theory on Jade interfering is still a possibility, but now Naomi could still interfere. So
My theory was Jade interfering because I feel like Jade is going to beat Naomi. I don't see Naomi winning that match. Obviously, that match is going to be earlier, and we've seen people have a match and go interfere in
oh
somebody
yeah.
else's. That's where
Yeah.
my theory is because she still hasn't really addressed Bianca. All of her stuff is
No, she keeps pushing her aside, and
she's going
she
to
said, "Y'all
live.
keep leaving."
Yeah, she's going to live, going to Raquel, going to Naomi. She's going to handle that. But when it's time for Bianca to have her big moment, Jade, I feel like, is going to make sure that she doesn't win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's going to be, but I obviously I think it's just going to be one of the two. You think Rhea? You think they
Rhea
put
doesn't
that
get it
belt
back.
back? No, no, it's got to
No,
be Bianca, right?
no. I say that. I know we say we're going to wrap up, but we got to talk about this.
I know because this
I
is just
thought,
it. Like,
I thought about it. You remember how I said I was glad to see championships back on like Raws, and I'm glad to see them change. It's rare that they change. So
Sure.
maybe it was a thing of like, hey, we're gonna switch it now. You'll get it back. Let EO get a little reps at being a champion. But man, the fans love EO Sky.
Yeah, they're really taking to her.
So I mean, we know that she's like battling that language barrier, so we don't put too
Hmm.
much against her
It's
on the
on
mic.
Mania.
WrestleMania, I am champion. That's all I hear.
That
But boy,
was good. That was good.
when Rhea's music hit that little growl thing, oh man, pop.
When moment comes out, whoo,
I'm sorry, but Bianca not getting it, bro. I don't see it. I
I
didn't see her
hope she
winning. I
does.
didn't see her
I
winning
hope she
Elimination
does.
Chamber.
Huh?
I didn't see her win the Elimination Chamber. We're
She
gonna
did.
wrap this. I didn't see her winning it.
Oh, I thought
Didn't
you said you
expect her
didn't see her
to.
win it. I was like, she did. What are you talking?
And this was going to my next question. Where is Miss Bliss?
Hey,
She's lurking somewhere.
I'll tell you, her and Liv Morgan are one of the, and are we really where we're at? But her and Liv Morgan are one of the most sought after cards on whatnot. So I'm going to let you know the correlation. Sports in the sports cards world, sports cards are kind of like the stock market, right? When a player's doing good, their value's high. So when a person is trending, or because there's some look, y'all, not to we ain't knocking our credibility because we love and we do the research and we've been lifelong fans, but there are people that we live this, but they live this, and they they can put stuff together. Like I'm just like, oh Lord, you saw that coming. What, 6 months ago? Like that's crazy, you know. But I see the wave, and Alexa Bliss is so sought after. So now that she's back, people are scooping her card up right now, like insane. It's insane the prices that we're going tonight. So I think that she's going to be a huge factor in something coming up. But we haven't talked about where she's been at. Where's Uncle Howdy been?
Mm.
Are they killing that off completely, or is this going to be like? Because there's got to be that wow, like oh my goodness,
If
they.
Alexa Bliss comes back into the mix, she's definitely gonna be at the Tiffy time Charlotte Flair angle, I believe. She's not gonna
Oh,
get
you think she's
involved in
going
this.
over there?
It's three already. There's no point of getting four. There's only two on this side. They need
Mhm.
another person in that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think man, she might get involved somewhere or after
Yeah.
the match. I just don't see. There's no point of Alexa Bliss. It's not like she's like one of those legends that just comes back for the Rumble and that's it.
No, no, she's back.
She's
I
back.
think she's back.
Where's Nikki Bella? Because she said she was back.
I mean, there's just so much TV time. So at some point, someone's going to need to rest after Mania. They've been on their run. Someone's going to need a break, and that's where these people come in
I'm ready
and
for Alexa Bliss
they
to come back.
tag
I
out.
like her.
Me too, man. She gonna end up being one of them that you're talking about potentially on the Rushmore. She's that girl, like her, man. I love those characters where they're just boom.
We have
That
done a disservice to our women's wrestlers. And I know we said we're going to wrap, but we got to say this. Who is our women's Mount Rushmore? Because we only said our men's.
we're gonna save that to the next episode.
Yeah, I
We
just
will
be
give
thinking
you
about that.
that. We will give you our women's on our Raw recap. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, because we
We
have to.
gave we gave our women, but it was a different
Whoa.
Rushmore.
We gave our Rushmore the
Yeah, yeah,
finest and the baddest. Now
yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be based off of overall character, ability,
Not that the
everything.
ones we chose can't wrestle. We're just saying.
Except Jade.
No, don't go there. Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right, y'all. We up out of here. But go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Tune into our Goldberg episode. Stay tuned for all the other interviews, recaps, everything we got coming up. It's Mic Check Mania. Justin Stuckey, Xavier Soler. We out of here.
Peace.